What's up, buddy? It is Jason David Frank, the guy with the 3 first names and many other colors of Power Rangers. I understand you have a YouTube channel where you do what ifs. That's pretty cool, dude. Anyway, just want to send you my love. Without you guys, wouldn't be here. And just want to do a big shout out to Did Man Bones. That's your online name, and I just wanted to give you a big shout out. And you know it's morphin' time, but the night is ours. All right, buddy, ready? And it's morphin' time.
The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, Deadites. Been a spell since we've been here. I'd like to welcome you to part 8 of What If Deku Was a Guardian. In the last part, I left you a poll that was quite one-sided. Usually I wouldn't reveal it, but just to tell you the point of the answer, I titled this, All I Do Is Flex. So, here we go. The weapon cache was quite the haul, and the compound took most of it, but obviously allowed the tower to take what they needed and what they could as well. We pick up on a strategy meeting for Phoenix. Boss, there have been some odd readings coming from Venus. I'd like you and the rest of Phoenix to go check it out, if you don't mind, that is. I don't like getting this much Vex activity on my radar. If Kamina was worried about this, it had to be bad. Alright, Phoenix. Let's move out and check this sucker out. They all geared up and got to work. However, when they touched down, House Winter has a warm procession waiting for them.
This is never easy, is it?
Katsuki's ghost let out.
Now where would the fun be in that?
Mina's ghost answered. You may be thinking, why don't they just zip past on sparrows? Not an option this time around. House Winter has fallen on pikes and heavy pikes, and they just so happen to be blocking the way they need to go. They thought about flying a little further, but scans picked up surface-to-air ordnance, and that was not a good time for our guardians. They picked off as many as they could with ranged tactics, but that was few in number in comparison. Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way after all, guys. Phoenix charged full force. There was a group of them that were close enough together that was really a stupid choice, guys. Deku focused on the power of the storm and struck those fools down. After witnessing that, Captain made the call to spread out and triangulate fire. Fun fact, most fallen shields are of the arc variety. Deku threw a storm grenade, and Mina followed through with some Thunderlord action. Mina started taking pot shots with her multi-tool afterwards to conserve ammunition for the Thunderlord, but then heathered the fools, allowing Katsuki to throw in some solar grenades and use some AP shots. Those fallen were toast. The captain had tried leading them into a cave, but he was promptly taken care of before he even got to the opening. Phoenix makes their way further throughout Venus. They were surrounded by pillars of stone and altars. However, once they arrived, they were greeted with a massive amount of Vex. It's never easy, is it? Katsuki groaned. Mina giggled a little. Honey, if it were easy, we wouldn't be here. Does that conversation remind you of a previous one? Mina was right, and Katsuki knew it. Didn't mean he had to like it, though. Without hesitation, Phoenix spread out and began picking off enemies. They saw a gate in the area beyond the platforms, but there seemed to be a barrier.
Deku, I think the Vex are powering the gate. We'll have to destroy them to get past it.
Great. Target practice ahoy, Phoenix! With a mighty roar, Katsuki channeled the power of the Hammer of Soul. As a Minotaur came his way, Deku used his fusion rifle to weaken its shield. Phoenix was beset by a massive group of goblins, hobgoblins, minotaurs, harpies, assorted cyclopses, and even a few hydra. Well, this just went 0 to 100 real quick. Kamina couldn't be any more spot on. Like I said earlier, Phoenix spread out and focused on getting the foot soldiers out of the way. While the heavies were a problem, they were fewer in number in comparison, as a cacophony of energy blast and bullet fire could be heard in the area. Phoenix carried forth with unwavering determination. Whenever a group would get too close to Deku for comfort, he'd pull out Lightbringer and go to town, with various placed horizontal and vertical slashes with well-placed stabs as well. He even did a spin attack to take out a multitude of goblins that came his way. That's what you get when you mess with Phoenix. Did you think this was a game? Mina howled, and Deku seemed to agree. It was time for them to end this farce. Mina let out a powerful acid veil to end a Hydra, and with that, the last of the Vex were taken care of, as if child's play. As soon as they take the entrance from Citadel, they find themselves in Campus 9, and are greeted with a moderate amount of Vex at first. All those who have played Vanilla Destiny know that it won't stay that way for long. As they dispatch the paltry amount of goblins, a small amount of Vex replaces them. Segura did a scan and got an odd reading. Phoenix moved forward to a Vex gate, bringing an endless supply of Vex, and that was not good for them. Katsuki took a shot with the Scouterhorn and destroyed that one portal. Well, we all know there's 2 more of those. Great, there must be more. Fan out and take them out. Don't get too far apart, though. Mina and Katsuki executed the command, and it was a good thing they did. Mina found a portal number 2 and concentrated fire from her icebreaker on it, and it alone, also using her quirk to enhance the bullets, while the boys were front-manning for her. The last one was a pain since it was under heavy guard and whatnot. Izuku was gonna bring out the storm, but decided to use a Shatter Nova. Mina let out another tether, and that worked well enough that both of them were filled with vigor once more, but not to the point of having another supercharge. Katsuki got to work with his Suros regime, and Deku got back to shooting with his Hawk Moon, and switched to his vacancy and ruined the shield of a nearby Minotaur. Mina followed up with a sniper shot from her icebreaker, and switched back to her Red Death that she had since swapped her multi-tool out for, to aid in the mayhem. Like I said, this last gate was far tougher than the others, but they came out triumphant. Phoenix took a short rest before venturing forth to salvage what ammunition they could and catch a breather. That gate technology could be something useful if we could harness it. Deku was musing out to himself. Be careful with that line of thought, boss. If you want to do any such thing, years of research would be necessary. Kamina let out. As fascinating as the concept of harnessing such a force was, it wasn't worth the potential disaster. I mean, look at Asher Mir. Of course, they don't know of him yet, but you get the point. Fireteam Phoenix found themselves at the precipice of the Endless Steps, and that is where things get hairy. The amount of Vex sent at them was increased, and they finally managed to summon the Gatelord. Once again, Mina threw down a tether, and the boys went ham with their supers, or more accurately, Deku did since Kotsky popped a bubble. There were a lot of Vex clumped together, so Chain Lightning would work quite well. With that combo, Mina and Kotsky had their supers back, and Deku was on the precipice of regaining his. This is one tough son of a bitch! Kotsky fired at the Gatelord with his Gatelord, but as soon as the projectile left its barrel, it hit a goblin that teleported right in front of him.
Guardian down!
Mina was capital M-A-D mad and focused on her blade dancer imbued with her quirk. The Vex didn't know what to hit him. Since Deku threw his Shatter Nova, that ended the Gatelord. When that was done, Kotsky was rezzed. Sorry we didn't get you up sooner, man, but you get how bad that would have been to try, right? Kotsky nodded.
It's up thing's head. It'll be a great trophy to show your might to the Queen. By the way, your audience has been approved.
Petra informed over the comms. Our crew makes their way through the reef and is escorted to the Queen's court. When they get there, Mina notices the Fallen and takes stance. Fallen! Deku places his hand in front of her and shakes his head. Good. You can tell that these are mine. It would not have favored well for you if you had attacked them. Oh, Mara, if only you knew, girl. Deku makes his way to Mara, kneels down and kisses her hand. Mara Sov, Queen of the Awoken. I see tales of your beauty far exceed my greatest expectations. I am Deku of the Shinjuku compound, and this is my fire team. Mara gave the faintest of smiles. A flatterer, I see. What is your business with me on this day? Deku states that there is a threat that could harm them all, and Mara sagely nodded. I require the head of a Gatelord. Bring it to me and I shall. All of Phoenix grinned, and Sagira did her thing, and before Uldren's feet lay the head of a Gatelord. Mara was quite impressed by this feat, and so was Uldren. However, Uldren would never admit that. They're given the coordinates to the exclusion zone, and I think you know what goes on there. Our team would make their way to Mars and face the Cabal, but first they required small respite and time to prepare properly. But little would Deku know that what he'd find on Mars would rock his world. But that is a tale for next time.
If you liked that, let's get a United States smash on that like button. If you're not subscribed, consider going full cowling with that subscribe button. And let's go plus ultra with the notifications. Ring that bell, baby. Rest easy, Deadites. And remember, the night is ours.